Everyone, and welcome to this tutorial video. This clip, we're going to be completing Lab14 Task 5, which means we're going to be hot migrating a VM from one host to another. From an IT perspective, being able to take a workload and move it from one server to another with absolutely zero downtime is a dream come true. So let's take a look at how this works. I'm going to select hosts and clusters. We can see at this point in time that all of our VMs are on ESXi 1. -2 is the VM that we're going to migrate from ESXi 1 to ESXi 2. So by selecting this guy, we're going to be ready to go with that. Now, one of the things we're going to have to do in order to monitor the workload is basically we're going to run a continuous ping on this guy. So I'm going to pull up my window. You're going to have to do this, but I've already done it. I've opened up a console into -2 VM. And I've opened a command prompt. The other thing I did is I tore this tab off of my browser, and I've kind of got this sized and set off to the side so that we're going to be able to watch this console window, and we're going to be able to watch the recent tasks pane at the same time so that we can see the migration taking place. So first of all, I'm going to need to ping my default gateway. Let's do a quick ipconfig, and ipconfig. And I can see that my default gateway is this guy. So I'm going to say ping -t 192.168.70.2. And we can see that the pings are just going to keep right on going here. All right, we'll ignore that for a minute. I'm going to come out and right click on my VM. And I'm going to specify I want to migrate. We'll notice when the wizard comes up that we can change host now because of the fact that we configured for vMotion. Say next. I have to specify what my target host is going to be. It's going to be ESXi 2. And we see that the compatibility check succeeds, so there's going to be nothing from VMware's perspective now that will prevent this migration from taking place. We'll go next. We have an option of prioritizing the vMotion. Basically what that means is the vMotion is going to fight for a little bit more CPU resource in order to get the migration completed. We can or cannot do that depending on our choice. If we say yes, then that means that we may impact the performance of other VMs a little bit. If we say no, that means that the migration could be a little bit slower. So we have to kind of make sure that we know what it is that we're interested in priority-wise there. I'll say next, and we're ready to go. So I'm going to click finish. And I'm very rapidly going to pull up the other VM so that we can see that the pings are going to continue on while the migration is in process. So I'm going to say finish, click over here, pull up my VM. So this is pinging away. We can see that there isn't even any difference. You have to go and do a quick reconnect once the VM is pulled up onto its new host. And at this point in time, it is continuing to, or will be continuing to ping away once that is finished. No drop pings at all. Awesome. The other thing I'll do is switch back over here, and we can now see from ESXi 2 that our -2 VM has been migrated from this host to this host. That's a wrap. That's all we have for that particular task. Hopefully this was helpful for you, and we'll see you next time.